Hello everyone and welcome to another video here in my channel. Today I wanted just to record a very short video about some stuff that has been going on in my life lately because I also like to record kind of like real stuff, you know, not just like product videos because I don't know, I like to also like share some of my personal feelings or emotional processes with you guys because in the end, I don't know, somehow it actually helps you like put everything on the table and visualize everything with a different perspective, right? So okay, here's the thing. I have been quite very depressed and probably very sad in the very last few weeks or days. Let me explain. So quite a few weeks ago, like 2 months ago in January, I used to have a job. I studied communication and marketing. So I basically know how to do like social media and content creation and editing and whatever, right? I've always liked that. And in fact, I basically do it with you guys, right? With my social media, with my YouTube, whatever, right? I do it. The thing is that my previous jobs had never had to do with that, you know? They were always very stupid jobs. Like I used to be an English teacher. I used to sell solar panels. I used to work for an airline, like things that were not exactly related to what I know how to do, right? And in November of last year, I found a job. I used to do like designs and videos and stuff that was more related to what I know how to do. Anyways, for very difficult situations that I might tell you in a very different video because it might be long, I decided to quit that job. It was the best for me and it was the best for my mental and emotional stability, so I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. I was there basically for 2 months, so I thought that it was gonna be easier for me to find a new job. When I was looking for a job last year, I literally just looked for 2 weeks. Then I found an English teacher position in an elementary school. I was accepted, then I declined, and 1 week later I was accepted as an English teacher in another school, and then I accepted. Then I left after 2 months, and then I looked for a job for again 2 weeks, and then I found this new other job, and it wasn't like that bad, I guess. So in the end, I thought that it was gonna be easier for me to find a new job in these very last few months. Like it's not been like that. I mean I have definitely like looked for different opportunities, and in fact I already had like 3 job interviews. One of them was for kind of like a translator, you know, from English to Spanish, English, whatever. I didn't like that one. It was like kind of depressing, and I was accepted. Then I was accepted again as a English teacher in a different school, but then I thought like, oh my god, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't even like teaching. Like, why would I do it? And then I applied for a community manager position in a marketing firm. I went through the whole process and everything. I even did like a practical test, but they didn't accept me. So I understand because I don't really have that much experience or whatever, so it's fine, right? However, I have been feeling kind of sad because I've been like spending my days like the same, you know, like every week's the same. I obviously don't do anything at all. I work on my YouTube channel. I really take a big amount of time to record, to edit, to promote, to work on everything, you know, that I like, and that kind of keeps me busy. But I'm basically doing the same thing over and over, and that is just kind of a little bit depressing somehow. I really didn't care that much about not having a job until recently because okay, so you know that I go to the gym. Again, I'm not that fit or anything, but I like to go to the gym. The thing is that my gym was going to move their location to somewhere else. I thought, okay, it's fine. What I didn't know is that they were gonna take like 20 days to make like that move from one location to another, and I obviously was not going to just not go into any gym meanwhile, right? So I decided to go to the very first gym that I had ever gone in my life, and guys, it was so sad. It was so depressing. The place is not the same. Now they have many more machines, but they're literally one next to the other. Like they're like literally 20 or 30 centimeters between each machine. It's ridiculous. Then the amount of people that go to this gym, guys, it's stupid. Like, oh my god, they're all kids my age. I really don't like training near those type of guys because I don't know, they're just a lot. Like it's not just about their age, but also like the amount. Guys, there are thousands, not even kidding. One Monday, I was training with around 60 or 70 people in that gym, and that gym is not even that big. Like, guys, I was going through probably a panic attack or something because I didn't know what to do. There were moments where I was literally just like spinning, like, oh my god. It was so sad. I was about to cry. And I totally think that it has to do with my OCD, because somehow the gym is part of my routines. It's part of the whole thing that I have to accomplish every single day. And if I don't do it, guys, if I don't go, I just feel very, very bad, very sad, very stressed, very anxious, very frustrated, and I really don't like that. So yeah, I handled those 20 days in my gym. Then the one that was going to move from one place to another already opened last weekend, but they are already closed down by the authorities because apparently they didn't have permissions, or some areas weren't really that finished or whatever. Guys, I was not even able to meet the new place. It was so sad, so ridiculous, and I just found out this last Monday. You would be like, okay, then why didn't you look for a different gym if the one that you're going to is not so great? I knew that I had to find one, right? Because I now I don't know when they're going to reopen, right? Because now it is a legal situation, and that will probably take longer than 20 days. So I went to 2 gyms. I went to one that was closer to my house, and it is gigantic. They have tons of machines, but guys, the amount of people that go to this place, the place is gigantic, and the amount of people is even bigger. Oh my god, I was not able to even look around. I don't know, it felt so bad. So I went away, and then I went to another one that, guys, the moment you enter the gym, oh my god, everything's so pretty. The what is it? The decoration, everything looks so I don't know, somehow luxurious, but it's just a gym, right? And it looked very, very nice. It was so empty. It was so silent. It was so cute. I really loved it. The problem was the price. It was not that expensive. However, if I had a job, I would totally be able to pay for it without problems, but that's not really the case in the situation. So that kind of got me a little bit sad. So in the end, I decided to go back to the one that I'm going to right now. So I know that maybe you're thinking okay, your problems are kind of dumb. Are you really feeling sad because of all this? Guys, that's when I get to think I understand. Why would anyone feel so sad, depressed, and stressed about a gym, And again, that's when I think that this probably has to do more with my OCD. So, I don't know, guys. In the end, I know that I will find a job. Because if I have been thinking quite too much about what I'm doing every single day, if I'm feeling that I'm doing the same things, if I feel I'm in a pandemic inside my house every day or whatever, it's because I am not enjoying my time at the gym anymore. In the end, I just know that I will find the right place for me to work and also to train, I know that I will find a job somewhere where I can feel very comfortable with the salary, with the schedules, with what they're asking me to do, somewhere where I can feel respected, happy, fulfilled, whatever, I know I will, and it will arrive at the moment that it has to arrive. So I don't have to push anything. I don't have to rush it. I don't have to feel bad about not finding the right opportunity, because at the end, I know that I will, but I just have to be patient. My therapist says that I have very low tolerance to frustration, and in fact, I would say that that's kind of the reason why I left the previous job. It might be true, but probably yes, right? So the thing is that I have to work on it, guys, and in the end, my conclusion and probably the moral of this whole video would be guys, we have to learn how to be patient. We have to learn how to take things the way that they are, and know that things will always change and things will always improve. As they say, I don't know if I already said it, but tables will turn, and you will have your turn, and you will be able to move in a different direction whenever it is possible for you. So you just have to be patient, and don't stress out about things that aren't really that important. In the end, we're healthy. we can breathe. Something that I also forgot to mention, like, it's not like if I don't have a job right now, I won't be able to pay rent. However, it is kind of a little bit stressful for me to go through these things, you know, without being able to, I don't know, pay for a gym where I feel more comfortable in, or I don't know, doing something different in my week every single day, you know, not just like going to the gym, then edit, then record, then schedule content and promoting, you know, like in the end it kind of feels a little bit sad, you know, but it's nothing that I cannot deal with. So in conclusion, guys, don't worry if you're going through a very hard situation or sad situation. I know that these problems might be like ridiculous for you guys, and I get it, I also think that way, but I won't like reduce the value of them or reduce the value of my feelings just because it is a dumb thing, right? Let's respect our feelings. Anyways, so the thing is that if you're going through something hard, just know that things will always get better. Nothing lasts forever, and even bad things, right? They have an expiration date, I guess. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. Again, I'm sorry if this was a little bit quite too dumb for you, but it's fine. Like, I just wanted to share something like personal, you know, not just like me in tights or compression shorts or whatever. It's fine, those videos are really fun. Thank you, by the way, very much for all your support. I really appreciate all your comments and all the very nice things that you have been telling me in the very last few videos, guys. So thank you so much because of that. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to follow me on my social media so you know a little bit more about me, and I will be seeing you in the next video.